My first, regular job?
The very first job?
My first ever job. Ooh, good question.
I think my very, very first job was dissecting the occipital lobe from squid at my dad's lab and just popping them out, put them in liquid nitrogen. I got paid by the unit. He's a neurobiologist, so I just had a little side job. Boop, 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 summer job.
My first job was working in a little kiosk selling butt cakes. Butt cakes while I was still in high school. The cakes with the little holes in the middle.
I worked at a latchkey center in an elementary school, so I worked with kindergarteners. I went to school to be a kindergarten teacher, and obviously I'm not really doing that, but yeah.
First job was an Italian ice store. On the East Coast, it's Rita's. As a sugar freak, I dreamed my whole life to be a Rita's girl. And then I got to have all the free ice cream and custard cake stands I wanted, and it was great. It was as glorious as I thought it was gonna be.
Sonic. I was a car hop. I did not have to do the whole wearing the skates to take food out to the car because the Sonic that I worked at didn't do that.
My very first job, I was a golf caddy. I hated it, but it was cool because we used to get snacks from the clubhouse and everything, but that was about it.
The first job, I started when I was 16 years old because, how can I say that? I wanted to have a car. In order to do that, I decided that I wanted to get a job. And I was 16, I worked for a construction company in office management.
I was helping my parents. My parents were the ISB of Northwest Arkansas at the time. So I was doing all kinds of paperwork for them, chargebacks and all kinds of shit back in the day.
I worked in an amusement park. I worked at Hershey Park in Pennsylvania, which is where the Hershey's chocolate comes from. That was really cool because I got free tickets and got to ride on all the rides. And as far as first jobs go, that's pretty cool.
I worked at Domino's. I was a cute little pizza delivery driver. Come to your door and people would give me $10 tips because I was cute.
My first job, non-porn, was working at a dollar store when I was right after I turned 16. It lasted for 3 weeks. I came in one day, went to clock in, and I was like, where's my time card? The manager who was back there was like, I don't know, but I'll make you a new one. I was like, okay. 5 minutes later, another manager comes by and is like, oh, you're fired.
My first job, I was 17 and my father got it for me at the car parts store that he worked at. And that didn't last too long because they had a computer, and with the mouse pad, I replaced it with the Jenna Jameson mouse pad, and they tried to tell me that I couldn't have it. And I was like, but I like it, let me have my mouse pad. And they fired me.
My very first job was bagging groceries in high school.
I took care of the old people in the home. I made them read, I read to them, I fed them, I changed them.
I worked at an ice cream shop, and I actually got all the way up to manager.
Hairstylist. Started cosmetology school a week after graduating high school, and then a week after I was done with cosmetology school, I found a little shop down the road, and they took me in and they gave me really shit pay, but I learned a lot from them.
I was front of house at the Café de Perri in Piccadilly Circus. When you called up, I'd be like, hello, Café de Perri, how can I help? And I was booking tables, doing front of house, managing, making sure everyone was happy.
It sounds so bad. I was a nanny before I did porn. Complete 180, I was a nanny, live-in nanny.
I used to work at the San Francisco Zoo. I was in the development department, which handles charitable donations and stuff. So I kind of answered phones, filed, and walked around the zoo and looked at lemurs all day.
My first job was working with my dad with his landscaping company in the summer. But if you don't count a job in which my dad hired me, I was a stripper during college.
I used to clean houses with my sister or whatever. But my first paying job, I did paperwork at a gynecologist office. So I've always loved pussy.